Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox. Look, long time no see. It's Rox coming to you today with the review for Love and Marriage Detroit Season 1, Episode 8. So let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys. So the show started where it ended with last week, which was with Christina and LaToya having their tete-a-tete, okay? Or more so should I say that Christina was molding that damn LaToya. That LaToya was good and molded. I was just like, girl, you all this fanning and you getting all huffed and puffed up, and Christina is not having it. You know, LaToya's like, let me just say one more thing. And Christina was like, no, you can't say anything else. This is my event. You're not going to come to my event and think you can talk to me any old kind of way. Okay, you are determined to misunderstand everything that I said, so no, I'm not gonna give you no more chances to say anything else to me. Now, like I told you last week, Kobe was over there kind of skinning and grinning about the fact that LaToya was so huffed up and didn't quite know what to do with her emotions. It looked like, you know, she was like, she wanted to go over there and maybe save LaToya, you know, help her out or whatever, but her and Christina still ain't 100, you know, so she was like, you know, I don't need Christina trying to say anything else to me because we done just barely got our shit back on track too. So, but she walks over there and she tries to calm it down, you know. LaToya just wants to say that Christina lied on her husband. She knows her husband, and she knows that he would not have said what Brittany said that she said. Christina was like, so Brittany's lying? And she was just like, I mean, you said you guys don't like her. And she was like, I never said that. See, that's the whole thing. That's exactly why I'm not talking to you, because you don't listen. Instead of sitting here and continue to argue at Christina's venue, at her event, they're going on this trip. Remember, they're going to Traverse City. So maybe they can all sit and have a discussion then. And try to put some things on the table and try to figure it out. But no more of this at her damn event. Kobe was like, oh, maybe I should have coordinated a talk, you know, between all of the parties. And Christine was like, no need to do that. I mean, if we going out of town, we can all talk then. But to me, like I told y'all last week, Brittany needs to be a part of the talks, and she seems to be quite a big part of all of this dissension. So yeah, she would be the likely suspect to me, but whatever, you guys. They got a trip planned. LaToya didn't get to quite put Christina in her place like she thought she was. And Christina's going back to her brunch now on the day of the trip. So what exactly is the plans of the trip? You know, once all of the couples get there, we even get Bravo and his significant other. I'm not sure if this is his wife or not. I don't remember them saying. They may have said, I just don't remember who it is. But anyway, they are also going to go on the trip too. I was like, I don't know why they didn't just make Bravo and the girl another couple, but I guess they were trying to stick to the 3 couples thing. But hell, I probably like Bravo the best out of all of them. Child, I don't like none of the men. But anyway, so yeah, once the couples all get there, we all get on the bus. We all get seated, and Christina's like, so what are the plans? Well, the plans are for us to have a good time, gonna eat well, drink well, play some games, you know, and possibly just hash out some things that need to be discussed. You know, this is a safe space, I guess, that LaToya is trying to create for everybody to get whatever it is that they have off of their chest. But that's for later, okay? For now on the bus, let's play some games, loosen people up. We're gonna play the black version of Taboo. They play the Taboo game, the black version, mind you, and that seems to go well. Nobody's fighting, and they have a good time on the boat. Fine. On the bus. Fine. Traverse City, LaToya says, is a beautiful place, and you know, they're going wine tasting. That's part of the reason why they are going to Traverse City as well, not only just for play but also for business. LaToya wants to go to visit one of the wineries and I guess get a better understanding of how they do their business there. And so yeah, this is kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. They're going to go wine tasting while they're there as well. So once they get to their home, the location, they're staying at an Airbnb. The place is beautiful. Christina was just like, you know, it's nice and neat and sweet, just like LaToya is. Even though Brandon says that it's a vibe and, you know, that it looks like it's going to be a good ass time and everybody's going to enjoy themselves, you know, Christina's still not really sure because her and LaToya still ain't seeing eye to eye, at least as far as Christina is concerned. Now, Latoya seems to think that, the drive there on the bus, everything went well, so everybody's back good again. I was just like, what what show is Latoya on? Okay, because nobody else feels as so sure-footed as Latoya does. Like, now, everything is good and they're gonna have a good time and all this. Even Bravo and his girl were talking, and she was just like, they was talking about the issues that Anthony and Brandon have with each other, and the Brittany lady and all of that. Bravo was like, yeah, they got shit that they need to address. Bravo about sick of all of it, okay? He be on the outside not knowing what's going on, but he can definitely tell that there's some tension there. Christina said, yeah, they're probably gonna have some uncomfortable talks. She tells Brandon, warns him, like, you already know why you up here loving this house so much. You already know that it's coming, that we're going to be having conversations about all the he say, she say, Anthony said, Brittany said, Christina said, Brandon said, all of that. Colby tells Russell that she wants to talk to Brandon, that she still has these issues with Brandon that she wants to work out. So even though we all had a good bus ride up here, behind closed doors, all of the couples are talking about how nothing is really resolved other than Latoya. Latoya seems to think everything is fine. Everybody else is just sort of like, no. So they all couple back up together for dinner, and they're all fixing their plates. Oh, Russell, Rev Russell, thanks so much for cooking. We didn't know that you was a cook like that. So now that we're sitting here, and I guess now that we know Latoya is the official host for this trip, Latoya feels like she has to talk. She be talking too much. Now we just have everybody together, and I just wanted to talk about, the things that had happened. There were still some things that we need to discuss, and something. I was like, girl, this is not no fucking conference, for some pharmaceutical, okay? Well, Brandon takes the lead. Hey, Colby, I just wanted to tell you I apologize for what I said. I shouldn't have said it. I was trying to be funny. It was the wrong time. I understand that it upset you. I apologize. He never made it seem like he was trying to put it on her or anything. He took full blame. He apologized. He said, I'm sorry. Colby, well, I still would have to see, because, the trust has been broken. Because I was just like, girl, the nigga said called you a nickname. Your trust is broken, and all of this you going through just from him saying one thing. Like, oh my God. So this right here, I just was like, he obviously took the wind out of her sails, because I feel like she wanted to be a little bit more huffed up and kind of more confrontational. Like, Brandon, I don't appreciate, and the fact that he said it before she could say what she said, she still needed to have a problem, okay? So that's why she was like, well, the trust has been broken. I still have to say, girl, anybody got time for you to have to see, okay? Either you accept it or not. Even though Brandon was still very gracious and said, I understand that you might feel like you don't trust me. I'll do whatever it takes, to try to rebuild the trust, okay? So he done took all of the reason for her to try to come at him with any kind of argument. Okay, either take that shit or leave it. Right now, she says she don't know. Then Christina tells Latoya she didn't like the way that she came off, with her at her Shut Up and Pray brunch. She says she gets that she wants to defend her husband. She gets all of that, but you sometimes jump to conclusions without knowing like the full story. So then Christina tells them what Brittany said. Okay, apparently Anthony and Brandon was having this conversation, and Brandon told Anthony that he didn't like Brittany, and that, all of this other stuff about Colby and Russell and blopty-blopty-blue. Child, Mick Anthony. See, I don't even care enough to try to hold on to this nickname, but it's such a good one. We're going to keep on going, Mick Anthony. So it's Brittany said this, and Brittany said that, and Bravo was like, everybody calling Christina the common denominator. Hell, the common denominator is Brittany. we need to have Brittany here to really find out what was said. And McAnthony was like, baby, you ain't said nothing but a word. I can call Brittany. And so when he said that, Christina kind of had this look on her face, and Anthony thought it was so funny. He was just like, oh, she nervous now because she didn't think that I was going to call her bluff and say, let's call Brittany. Okay. Christina's just sitting over there looking. I felt like this segment was edited strangely because I couldn't see why Christina would just sit over there and be quiet while Anthony called Brittany and had Brittany tell him what was said. I felt like Anthony was, the way he was answering his question, asking the questions, you know, she answered him obviously, but I felt like Christina could have said more to try to be like, okay, so where did the whole Kobe and Russell thing come from? Okay. But Christina didn't never say nothing. So he said that, well, Brittany said that she said that Anthony said that they don't like you. And then when she asked specifically who was they, then he said Brandon. Brandon specifically don't like you. Okay. And then he says, did I say anything about Kobe and Russell? And she said no. And Christina was just sitting over there. And I was just like, so are you lying, Christina? Because are you going to defend yourself? That's why I said that I felt like it was edited poorly, because it's not even, it's not normal for somebody that's being accused of being a liar right there and can vindicate themselves would say something. So either you lying, and I guess that would be a possibility, or something, okay? But say something. You just sitting over there letting the man say this, and, you know. So when he gets off the phone, of course, McAnthony was just like, just like I said. I didn't lie. I didn't say that, you know. And Brandon was just like, well, I still got a problem, because even though we supposed to agree to disagree, Brandon was like, I never said that. He told Brittany even on the phone, I never said that I didn't like you or anything like that, you know. I mean, the whole thing is Brittany has no reason to lie. She doesn't get anything out of lying to anybody, any of these parties. So somebody at this table is fucking lying, okay? And now I done got to the point where I don't like nobody, so I couldn't tell you who the hell was lying. Hell, they all liars to me. Child, Brandon, McAnthony, Christina, if she not gonna defend herself, bitch, baby, you lying too. Of course, LaToya, like Russell, Kobe, like none of them. They just not likable. This conversation that they all had, even though LaToya seems to be the one that seems to think that they've worked these issues out, I don't feel like anything has been resolved. Nothing's been resolved. Brandon and McAnthony still have a problem with each other. Christina and LaToya still have a problem with each other. The only ones that's sort of just out of the loop now is Kobe and Russell. It's just sort of like they just on the sidelines watching, but child, whatever. Now, the next day, while McAnthony and LaToya go to the winery and get a tour of the place, you know, where they make it, how they harvest the grapes and all of that, the other two couples are together and they're talking. We see Kobe and Russell talking, and they're just sort of like, so what do you think about what happened yesterday? You know, they're like, everything is so weird, you know, maybe Brittany's lying. I was like, that's the conclusion that you guys come to from all of the people at the time. Why would Brittany have to lie? What does she get out of that? It's so weird that, like, you don't think that maybe McAnthony or Brandon is lying. You gonna say Brittany is lying. It's so crazy. At the same time, we see Brandon and Christina talking, and he's saying how they, you know, McAnthony and LaToya have problems with them. And I think Christina still realizes that as well. But, you know, when we see LaToya and McAnthony talking, to her, everything is fine. Like, they hashed it out, they talked it out and everything. They just at this winery and they enjoying themselves, and they invited the couples there for lunch. So everything is good in LaToya's eyes. But Brandon was just like, yeah, McAnthony's still saying that I said something that I didn't say. And he did say what I said he said, and he's denying that, so we ain't made no progress. And actually, Christina still feels like LaToya's making her out to be the bad guy. So, yeah, like I said, nothing's been resolved. I don't know what planet LaToya's on. Anyway, once they finish their tour of the winery, the rest of the couples joined them at the winery. And Latoya's talking about how much she hates social media, but she knows it's necessary, especially for her business. You know, she has her wine company, and so good thing they have Colby there, because Colby was like, I can help you. I'm an influencer. This is what I do. Let me help you. You know, let me take some pictures. Let me post it on the website. Let me post it on Instagram so the folks can see. And so, yes, Colby is going to help her. You know, have fun with it, she tells her. And then later on, they decide that they're going to split up. So the ladies are going to get on the boat and the fellas are going to toss around a football on the beach. So while the ladies are gone on the boat, the men are talking about the showcase. And McAnthony, in his take charge kind of way, lets Brandon know that he has added Larique to the showcase. You know, the one that Brandon said that he wanted to give. You know, that now McAnthony is running. And Brandon was like, wait a minute, hold up, dog. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I'm not doing no showcase with him. Like, how you gonna bring the enemy in? Okay, this nigga be poaching my clients and taking my you know, my artists and all that. And like, no. And McAnthony's response was like, well, I done already invited him, dog. And so, you know, I already invested the money. He coming, and there's really nothing you can do about it. I'm still not clear. If this showcase is going on, why does McAnthony feel like he is in charge? Is it because he's the one that's financing it? Now, if he's financing it and if Bravo is providing the space, then really Brandon's role, I guess, was to provide the talent. I think that's how Brandon thought it was going to go. But obviously, McAnthony feels like if he isn't investing his money, then he should have way more say than he has. The whole thing was set up wrong because we needed to be clear on the boundaries of who was doing what from the very beginning. Now, y'all got this thing in full motion. I'm assuming next week we're going to be watching a showcase, which is going to be interesting because I ain't seen nobody working with no artists, okay, other than what we saw Brandon doing at the very beginning. But I just don't understand why McAnthony feels like it is now his thing and not Brandon. So are they not telling us something? Or is it that McAnthony has a big enough ego to think that he should be the one taking over this whole thing? Like, we ain't getting all of the whole story here, okay? But yeah, I mean, McAnthony is just sort of like, oh, well, I don't give a damn if you like him or not. He gonna be there. And, you know, even when Brandon was talking to him and McAnthony got up in his face and Brandon was like, back up. And he was like, no, I just want to look you in your eye and let you know, like, he not jealous of him. He not hating on him. Because Brandon was like, you have had a target on my back for the whole time. Okay. And McAnthony was like, I ain't hating on you. Okay. There's zero reasons why he should be hating on him. All right. And of course he was saying it in a shady type way. But yeah, you guys, I don't know. I ain't got time no more to be trying to figure out who I like and don't like on the show. Because every week is something different. And, you know, that the stories is weird and it don't follow normal logic. And child, I just can't. So that's where the show ended, with Brandon and McAnthony having an argument out there on the beach. I guess we'll see how the ladies fare on their speedboat next week too. All right, you guys, that is it. Let me get on off of here, get these edited and up to you. Make sure that you thumbs up the video, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm Roxanne. The channel is itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, rock stars. Bye.